Cheers.
Cheers. So, Walking While Camping UK, welcome back, legends. And I'll let him introduce himself. Rob
Hikerman here. Not as famous as this guy. So I started my channel back end of March, early April. Now I've been into camping and hiking for probably the last 4 or 5 years. More so lately on YouTube with bushcraft and woodland camping. I'm based down in London, so it's a bit hard for me to get up.
It's not very woodland and mountain heavy, is it? London.
Wait, no. Do you know, I only have to drive half hour and I can get into the sticks.
Yeah.
But my bread and butter, I mean, we're in Ogwen Valley in Snowdonia in North Wales. This is where I sort of began my hiking and camping.
Cut your teeth.
Cut my teeth. Yeah, this is where it all began.
No, could blame you because it's absolutely stunning.
Joe, we got really lucky with the weather.
I'll tell you what I'll do, leg ends. I will.
You got to try and pronounce it.
No, I'm gonna zoom out. What I'm doing is I'll overlap this now, and you'll see exactly where we're sat, while we're talking to you. So this is this stunning view that we've got, while you're just looking at our ugly mugs.
And this is your first wild camping in
Snowdonia in Wales.
Yeah.
Dare I say abroad?
Across the border. Yeah,
Across the border. But yeah, it's the first one in Wales. I've done some walking in Wales, but I've never wild camped. So, got the pegs in the earth.
You've got no excuse, mate, because you're only
Hour and a
half away.
I know it's bad, isn't it?
It takes me 5 hours to get here.
But it's like I just tend to go north.
Yeah, you like the Lake District. I mean, I like the Lake District. I've done the Lake District.
It's very far, though, isn't it, for you?
But for me, and I don't want to do Scotland. But again, you know,
Yeah.
I'm looking at 10, 12 hours to get to Scotland. The
I'm
logistics is just, just doesn't work. So for me, it's the Brecons, 3-hour drive, Peak District, each to their own. I just find it boring, wet.
It is a bog fest.
Yeah.
I love the Peak District in places. I love Kinder Scout, just because went there as a kid a bit, and I've done a lot of walking on Kinder and wild camping. So there's places on there I love, but there's places in the Peak District that are pretty, what would you call it? Bleak.
Yeah.
Literally bleak.
Oh, do you know what? Your the video you done a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
The overexposed.
Yeah. The overexposed B-29 bomber.
Yeah. So I'd like to do that.
That's good.
I mean, I think everyone's done Thor's Cave. I did that years ago, but that is one walk I'd like to do.
B-59's great, and it's like not even an hour from the car. So for families and everything accessible, but even that's a bog fest. It's just a boggy place.
That's the UK for you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, especially there. I mean, places like Wales and the lakes, you're higher ground, aren't you?
Yeah.
Where you find drier.
And we're currently just over 600 metres.
And
if you look up there, guys, that is the summit to Penny Olwyn, one of the Welsh 3000s. And then behind us, Mossy would have caught it earlier, you've got Trefan. And in behind you guys, you've got Carnaclwyn and the rest of the Welsh 3000s. Trying to get my bearings, you've got, I think Snowdon would be, probably back that way. So, but yeah, for me, I love Wales because it's a lot closer. Yeah, the Lake District is a great place to go. But for me, I'm familiar to this place, and I love it.
It's somewhere I need to spend more time. I mean, obviously it's basically on my doorstep, and I just don't come here. And I believe it's relatively quiet, innit, compared to the...
This is why we come here.
Yeah, compared to the lakes, because the lakes is heaving. on a weekend.
Same as Snowdon. So do you know what? Once you've done Mount Snowdon, you can tick it off if you're a sort of a ticker. But I tend to stick away. I mean, Ogwen Valley, during the day, Trefan is the spot, the Glidders. You know, it's just these type of mountains in this area. It's quiet. I mean, we'll have this to ourselves tonight.
The
hopefully.
Glidders, which is the sort of like knife edgy walk over by Trefan? Is that the Glidders?
So you.
Is it like an edge walk or?
You go up Bristly Ridge.
Yeah, that's the one.
Which is, I think it's
supposed to be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, I think it's a grade 1 scramble. I think it's a grade 1 scramble.
Not for me.
It's not something I would tackle with a backpack. You know, a day pack's fine, but
not with 25 kilo that you bring.
No.
Rob's the ultimate comfort camper.
Yeah.
I think my pack, before I put any food in it today, and water and beer, would have been about 8 kilo.
Wow.
And what do you reckon yours was? Before, like,
probably 15.
Just without anything else in it.
Fully loaded, probably 15.
And that what with
15
water and everything.
15 to 18 with water, beer. I mean,
18 kilos heavy in it.
It is heavy. It is heavy. I mean, I've carried, you know, the excess of 25. Yeah.
I carried one once, so I took my daughter.
Stupid.
And I took beers, burgers, proper stove and everything.
Yeah.
I must have been 20 odd kilo. Carried all her gear, my gear. So you just had a little pack. With,
the thing is, when I go camping, so because I'm way down south, I'm going for a weekend. I can't justify for work and family commitments. I can't justify coming up for one night. So I'll load up the backpack or the car and do 2 or 3 nights. So tomorrow night I'm doing Shropshire Hills, so I'll do another video on that, guys. If you jumped onto my channel,
that's the one, innit?
Smash those buttons. Rob
it's
Hikerman.
all that like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff in it.
Jump in the comments.
Jump in the comments. Sure. What's the other one that they love? Press the notification bell.
Yeah, ring those bells.
And set it for all.
Ring.
And if you're on your phone, make sure you go to your settings and turn notifications on. That's another one. But yeah, get over to Rob's channel and subscribe. He's not been going long, but he's flying, really. 400 and odd subscribers quite quickly, really. But
it's mainly, it is at the moment, if you do check out the channel, guys, it is mainly woodland, bushcraft stuff. But that's only because I've only had time to get out into the woods. Obviously talking 5 minutes ago about logistics to get up. Mountains is my bread and butter, so I need to do more stuff. Hopefully get out with you and Dave.
Yeah.
In the future.
We'll have to do something in Wales with Dave.
Yeah.
Dave loves Wales. Dave loves anything that's remote.
Does he?
Yeah, that's his thing. Like, if he feels like it's the middle of nowhere and no one else is like within like miles and miles of you, he loves that. So he loves like the northern fells where, you know,
Keswick,
like Great Carver and over that way.
Great Carver.
He loves all that sort of like the knots.
That's a bog fest though.
Yeah, I know. And it's the windy as hell.
What's he like? Has he done Sharp Edge?
Yeah, I think he's done quite a lot of the bits and bobs like that. Oh, some people talking.
Yeah, you can hear them, yeah.
The podcast here. So it's mostly woodland stuff at the minute, but you're going to be doing a bit of...
I'm going to try and get back into my roots. That, you know, I got into, you know, camping and hiking in the mountains. With obviously time, I'm stuck at the moment, so it's usually just out in the woodlands, bit of bushcraft, campfire, cooking. I do like to cook over a campfire.
An open flame.
Open flame.
Yeah, nice.
So
maybe that's something, I don't know. If you're interested in that, get in comments. I might go down.
You need to check it out. I make a mean chili con carne. Do you like a chili con carne?
Oh, do I?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So that is my go-to. Is chili con carne. I'll sit there over the fire for a half hour, 45 minutes.
Can I have mine with sweet potato.
You can have that.
Oh, imagine that. Big sweet potato and a big knob of butter.
I'd say what, you bring the potato.
I'll bring the sweet potatoes. They're nice and cheap, actually, aren't they? I'll bring some steaks as well.
But I want to mix it up. So, my YouTube channel has started with a lot of woodland camping. But that is my forte. My forte is the mountains. But it's nice to have a variety and change it up and add an extra string to your bow.
To your bow.
Yeah.
So you're not so going back there. You're not much of a ticker then. Is that what you're saying?
Do you know what? Say not much as a ticker.
A bagger.
A bagger. No, I'm not a Wainwright bagger. No.
Oh no.
No. I've tried that. Tried ticking it off. I just thought, do you know what? If I'm out, I just go with it.
Yeah.
Why make plans if you're there for a weekend or there for 3 or 4 days?
I've planned ones where I'm like, I'm gonna go to the lakes this week, and I'm gonna park my car here, and I'm just gonna aimlessly amble about round the mountains, right, and just stop where I want, and I can't do it. I start planning it, and then I go, oh no, because I can go here and bag those 10 Wainwrights. I think once I've bagged them all, I probably.
How far are you in then?
148.
You might as well keep going then.
So I've only got
214,
60 odd or something. 70 odd.
I think I've only got probably 25 in the bag.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously when you're travelling 8 hours or something, or 7 hours to get there, some of those places. Well, I mean, some of them are 3 hours for me.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But I'll just keep bagging them until I've done them all. I'll want to camp on them all then.
Do you know, my best camp I've done in the Lake District was, do you know what? I'll have to probably Google that in a second. Oh, where was it? Camp Spout. Have you heard of Camp Spout?
No.
At the bottom of Scarfell Pike.
Oh, right.
Cracking. Oh, it was boggy in areas.
Cracking.
It was fucking. Oh my god! Wow. Joe, it was it was end of March. Ooh. And it was about 26 degrees.
Bloody hell.
So we were sat out, shorts and t-shirt. Oh, Dane was in his underwear.
Surprise you had shorts, were you? March.
Do you know, it was hot. It was really hot. And then we were sort of watching the stars and the satellites go over. It was amazing. And then my friend Dane, he fell asleep, and we left him to it, and we just carried on drinking. And we thought, oh, fuck it, let's go to bed, and we left him to it. Anyways, the next morning, I've looked outside my tent, and the ground's frozen.
Oh.
Complete white. And the first thought, shit,
he's gone dead.
He slept outside. And do you know what I was thinking of?
What?
Jack Torrance from The Shining.
Oh, right.
He's just frozen. Like, I'm shouting him, Dane. Yeah. What? Are you alright? Well, I was doing you shouting at me.
Yeah, I was, so you woke me up.
He got back in his tent after half hour. He buggered off the bed.
Oh.
But my first experience of camping, my first mountain was Snowdon.
So was that your best camp? So we should do that, shouldn't we? Like best camp.
No, I don't
worst
think,
camp.
No, I don't think it was my best camp. Worst camp. I'll say a nearly camp. My first nearly camp.
Ah.
Right. So it was.
Bit of a fail.
It was a fail. Yeah. October 2019. We decided to go from Wasdale.
Ooh.
Up onto Scarfell Pike, and I said to my friend Joey, who's never been camping before, I said we'll go camping.
Absolute baptism of fire.
Yeah. Is it Broad? Do you know the area Broad Crag?
Yeah.
That's why I plotted it. So I planned to camp there. Tick off.
You bugger.
But it absolutely chucked it down, and I had a North Face backpack. It was fucking like a mountain rescue backpack.
Yeah,
it was fucking huge, like a grab bag. And it was getting heavier and heavier. I was thinking, why the fuck is this getting heavier? I didn't put a rain cover over the top.
Oh, so it soaked everything.
So it just, that 20 kilos felt like 40 kg.
Yeah.
And the straps snapped. And I was like, and we were just below Scarfell, and I thought, we've still got 4 hours to get back down. So I said, tell you what, it's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, let's just pitch. So I put the tent up. I said, look, I'll get inside the tent first. I'll change, and then you get inside the tent, you put your fresh clothes on, because it was pissing down. And I've got into my fresh clothes, got the sleeping bag out, soaking wet.
Oh,
Everything soaking wet.
absolutely.
So we had to bag everything up, take the tent back down, and just,
Trudge back down.
Oh, it was the worst feeling ever.
Does it make you feel? Does it make you feel upset now thinking about it?
But you know, the funny thing is, Mossy, right? Leading up to it, he said, "Should I bring some chairs?" I was like, "What do you want to bring a chair for?" I mean, you can get nice camp chairs, the compact chairs.
Yeah.
And I've got one when I go wooden camping. I said, "No, you don't need that." I said, "Well, where are we going to sit?" I said, "Look, I'll tell you what. If you want to bring it, you're fucking carrying it, because I ain't carrying it." And he's like, "Well, we don't have to carry it far, do we?" Anyways, cut long story short, he thought we were camping at Wasdale campsite.
Ah, right.
So he was going to bring these big deck chairs. He thought we were going to sun lounge.
He was up for a bit of luxury campsite camping.
So he left them, and when we got there, I said, "Right, so we'll camp up here." And he went, "Are we not camping down here?" And I went, "No." He went, "Well, that's why I was bringing the deck chairs for." And I was like, I was wondering why you kept going on about the chairs.
Oh. So that's the fail camp. Worst camp, fail camp.
Worst camp. I've got quite a few because I've camped in some storms.
Ooh.
Breckens, I've done that quite a few times. Woke up soaking wet and just had to ride it out. Storm Alex, 2020, I think it was. In behind here, guys, up on Yegarn. Going up, it was dry. Once we got to the top through Devil's Kitchen, I mean, it absolutely lashed down. So we had to make a decision: pitch or find somewhere the next half out. And we just thought, you know what, we'll pitch. Once we pitched, we got into a tent and we stayed there from Friday to Sunday. Couldn't move. It was 60 plus miles an hour, rain. Oh, it was just. Yeah,
Were you just shouting to each other?
Yeah, it was quite funny.
Oh yeah.
And then Sunday morning, the tent gave in. It started dripping.
Oh.
So.
Then it was time to jack.
Yeah, it was just to get down, and the water was just running off the mountain. I mean, it was knee deep coming down. Yeah.
It's when you can't do river crossings and that.
Yeah, it's just.
It's when you get to that bit of river that you crossed on the way up, dead
bone
easy,
dry.
and it was like, and it's up to you. It's up to you.
You can step on a boulder across, but those boulders are gone.
Yeah, you can't even see them.
And then once your feet are wet, you just got that mentality thinking, do you know what?
It doesn't matter now.
I'm going to be in the car in a couple of hours' time. Let's just go.
Just wade through it, don't you?
Yeah.
I've done that.
Let's go for a swim.
I've done that on walks where I thought my feet are wet now, and I've just walked through rivers, like knee deep. You know what I mean? Sod it, I'm wet now. I'm not getting any drier. I'll be in the car in an hour.
That's it. If you're going home, you don't care.
Get soaked in it. And worst comes, I usually put clothes in the boot so I can get changed. But if I'm not, I will sit there in my boxers and drive home.
I've learnt to leave sugary drink, some sort of snack bar in the car, fresh clothes, just that morale booster when you get in the car.
Dave does that. He always has Iron Brew in his car.
Does he?
Yeah. So he always has. I remember when we finished the Cumbria Way, we got in the car, and he pulled these 2 Iron Brews out of his boot.
Is he Scottish?
Nah, he's from Fleetwood, isn't he? Which I mean, they're strange as well.
Yeah.
But he loves Iron Brew. Iron Brew Jelly Babies as well. Takes them everywhere we go. He's an Iron Brew fiend. But yeah, so that's it. Worst camp.
So that was probably one of the
worst ones. Stuck in the tent bound for 70 odd hours.
Yeah, it weren't fun. Definitely weren't fun. And do you know what? We set up a kitchen area so we'd all cook.
What, like a tarp?
A tarp, just a communal area. Throw all our bags in so we can get the tents up, and then we could all cook inside underneath this tarp. Anyway, I changed out my wet trousers, put on some shorts, and I left my trousers there because I just fucking hot-footed it back to the tent after I had my scran, had a drink, and then the next morning I'm thinking, where's my trousers gone? And I've gone back to the tarp, and the tarp was underwater.
Oh.
So that was me in shorts all weekend, October. Yeah. Do you know what? I wasn't cold though. I stayed in my sleeping bag all weekend.
That's the thing, innit? Being tent bound or It's awful at times. I mean, I've done it in the winter where you know you're going to be in it.
Yeah.
And I think the worst one I had was, I think it was 14 or 15 hours in that, the orange and green coffin. You know, the Banshee.
Van Gogh.
The Van Gogh Banshee 200. And it just went dark. It started raining and I pitched it and I got in. And that was it. And then I forgot, because at the time of year, that like it wouldn't be light till like 8:30 or something. You know what I mean? So it goes dark at 4:30.
Did you have enough food and stuff like that?
Yeah, I had some bits and that. So, and I took my earphones and stuff. So I had an audio book and that. So I sort of got like, it actually went pretty quick, and I slept like I think I got in the tent, and I'd been stressed out trying to find somewhere to pitch in the dark. Got everything set up, and it was like 5. I fell asleep till about 8. I just woke up and I was like,
this
oh God.
Before YouTubing?
No, I think it's on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on. I think it's like fucking pitch up in the dark or something. You know, like
yeah.
it was in the Peak District, so it was like Derwent Edge, and then we went over towards High Stones, and I can't remember the name of the other one. It's named Marjorie Stones.
Okay.
And my target was going pitch on this Marjorie Stones. It's all flat, there's stones round it, it's sheltered, and I just couldn't make it in time. I got stuck on this bog and got lost a bit, and it was going dark and stuff.
Oh no.
So I just pitched in the dark and just got everything set up and got in. But do you know what? I think I miss the Banshee because it was so small.
It's smaller than that, what you've got now?
Yeah, miles smaller. So that, you can sit up in that. It's like proper. You can like sit up like that. I can get on my knees and do stuff.
Yeah.
Where the Banshee like was literally like you had to.
You're crawling in, you're crawling out.
Crawling like that. I can sit up right in the doorway and just stand up.
Which isn't ideal.
The Banshee,
the ground's wet as well.
Yeah.
You're crawling in.
Yeah, the Banshee used to have to literally get on your hands and knees and crawl in. But it was good fun. The orange and green coffin. I used to love it, but do you know what? I might get another. Can I justify having a tent just for nostalgia?
I think you get.
I have sold one as well.
Have you?
Yeah, that would be stupid, wouldn't it? Rebuying it. I might do it for me.
But do you not find
budget.
it comfier though?
That's dead comfy. That's a one-man tent, but the amount of space you have.
You've got like a room for a 2-man.
You couldn't get 2 men in it to sleep, but you've got so much room for your kit.
Yeah.
In your sleeping area.
So that'd be ideal. Would you take that to the West Highland Way?
Yeah, that's what's coming with me.
Yeah.
And I've got another one that Dave's going to use.
Right.
So Dave's going to use it, so we'll be a right pair of Durston anchors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have another one of them. I am looking at getting the 2-man one, so I can take the missus. So it's like 500 quid or something though.
Are they really?
Yeah. They're 300 odd.
What's the hydrostatic on it?
Oh,
Quite high?
I'll put it here now. But it's like 350 or something, 400, 4,000 is it?
That's good.
Yeah,
I
something
think
like
about
that.
3,000.
I'll put it down here.
I think
it might be 3,000, but it's lightweight. Mine's not the pro version. There's a pro version which is dearer than that. So
500 notes for a 2-man.
for the 2-man one, if it's about 500 odd quid if you get the pro. But the pro one, they weigh nothing. I mean, I think that's 800 grams or something with the solid, and if you get it with the mesh one, it's less.
I think I'm going to have to have a look at that, Mossy.
Mine goes down to that.
So you don't need any, you just need your 2 hiking poles.
Yeah, so you need 4 pegs and 2 hiking poles.
Do you have, yeah you do, I can see it. You've got a few loops, so if it is a windy night,
yeah,
you can anchor it out a bit more.
Yeah, so you've got, you only need 4, if it's not windy, you can just pitch it with 4 pegs in your hiking poles. But I always use the extra ones just because I have the pegs anyway. But it does have guidelines, and you can guidelines on each end and one either side. So I've had it in 30 odd mile an hour gusts, and it was sound. It was noisy, but they are, aren't they? And I mean, you can adjust these to get it to the ground. You know what I mean? So if it is windy, you can get it,
The thing is, though,
pin it to the floor.
how much do you sleep on a wild camp? And I say this in all my videos, whether it be on YouTube or any social media, Instagram, whatever, is I love the thrill of just going away. I'm not there to actually sleep because I'm only going to get probably 3, 5 at best broken hours sleep.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless I'm tired and it's a 3-day hike, I might get 6 solid hours.
I'm getting better at it. When I first started, I would be there, especially the solo ones. I'd just literally be
Oh no, I'd fall asleep.
waiting for it to go light, but
noise.
I'd nod off.
It's the noise.
Oh, it's like
yeah.
what? I remember on the first camp I did, Sealstones. I woke up and there was just sniffing right by my head, like a dog. I don't know what it was, but I think it must have been round there. You'll only get hares, and mountain hares are like that there.
Are they?
On Kinder, they're massive, something like that, or a fox maybe, I don't know, or a sheep. And I just could hear this sniffing. I was like, whoa, so I was dying to look, but petrified at the same time. And I was in the banshee, and I had an old sleeping bag that I found in the loft that was my dad's from a God knows when, a Coleman something,
30,
and
40 years old.
And it was the biggest thing in the world. Took up half my 65-litre backpack. I just had all cheapest stove I could find on Amazon and all that. I had all original first time effort gear. I was just buzzing. It was class. But that sniff. I was like, whoa, what was that?
Speaking about the cheap stuff, and you've been probably hiking. How long have you been hiking, camping now for?
I've only been wild camping for a couple of years.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, but I've always been a hiker.
Yeah.
But I just started. I think it was I got COVID, and I got quarantined in the box room, and all I had for a week until I got a positive test.
Yeah.
Was the TV in the box room in a single bed. So I just happened across Hayes Outdoors.
Yeah, Hazy. Yeah.
Cape Raft Trail. So I watched that, and then I just got sort of watching all his videos. And obviously, when you're there 12 hours a day in a box room, I just churning through all these videos. And then obviously, it was Mesner come up and Andrew Beavers and stuff. And I thought, as soon as I'm going doing that.
You're gonna do it. Yeah.
And I did.
But
I never stopped.
The daunting thing is those that want to get into camping, and I go, I'd love to go camping, and I've always been a budget guy. I get it, there's no bad weather, just bad gear, but those want to get into it, they're put off by the prices.
Oh yeah.
And the influencers pushing these, I know you've got
Hilleberg.
Yeah, I know.
Hilleberg Sulus and stuff like that.
But you don't need it.
Nah, I don't need that tent. I got that originally. I got one of those second hand, £190, and the original fly ripped, and Durston sent me a new one.
It's the Lanshan.
Similar, yeah.
My friend Rob's got that. It's a brown one, I think.
Yeah, well, you can get the Lanshan in a 1 or 2 man.
Okay.
And Nightcat do one now, and they're dirt cheap. I say dirt cheap. So you can get the Lanshan 2 equivalents from Nightcat for about £155.
Okay.
So which I think is quite reasonable for a 2-man tent that's a hiking pole tent. Packs to nothing. It'll be like that, weighs 8 or 900 grams or something.
I might look at that then.
I emailed them this week actually to see which ones would be more suitable, for 2 men.
Yeah.
And they sent me that.
Is that what you and Dave are going to do? You're going to take two tents? Or
we'll take a tent each.
Yeah.
But I want a 2-man tent so I can take my girlfriend Alex.
Okay.
So I want to. She wants to try walking and wild camping. So I thought if I can get a 2-man tent, we'll go and have a go.
Break her in gently, mate.
I will, as always, I will break her in gently.
Don't take her to the Peak District.
Oh, no. Bleak Law. Brecon Law.
Yeah.
We'll go somewhere easy, a nice easy walk. I think, to be honest,
Mulshabod, mate. Give it a go.
We might go on a campsite first. So I might go, say, book 3 nights on a campsite or 2 nights on a campsite, but the middle night bugger off onto a hill, but walking distance from the site.
A wooden campsite or just an open campsite?
Just an open campsite.
Yeah. Cheap and cheerful.
Well, I was going to take at Coniston. It's Coniston Hall campsite, and they shut it down.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I believe they shut it. It's the one
recently.
It's the one I stayed on the first day of the Cumbria Way, and apparently they've had so many people going out partying, and like young.
Because it's a large campsite, isn't it?
Massive. So I believe, and I don't know how true it is. I've seen a couple of people, put clips up on social media with emails behind them saying this is the email I've just got. Well, I booked this campsite and they've shut it down because of all these,
illegal raves.
Campers. Yeah, basically just raving on site, and but it's one of those. It has kids on that site and stuff, but they've got big gangs of 20, 30 lads. They were saying turning up and setting fires and playing music and stuff like that. They allow fires on there, but come on, you get to 11 o'clock and 10 o'clock, turn your music off.
Yeah.
If you want to sit out and chat, do it, but do it somewhat respectfully, you know what I mean? And you're going to be laughing and joking and stuff, but you can try and keep it down a bit, can't you?
But we've all been there. Young,
oh, yeah, of course.
Young and stupid.
The thing is, though, if you want to go to a festival, go to a festival.
That's it. I don't remember going somewhere with 30 guys.
Yeah.
And just taking over the whole place.
Yeah. They're saying there was just like massive gangs of white lads. But how true it is, I don't know, so I'm not going to, you know what I mean, say that it's happened, but that's what I believe happened. But I'll find somewhere to take her. It'll be a good laugh. Introduce her to wild camping. It's that one I stopped. I remember taking my daughter to the Peak District on Kinder, and we got this gorgeous sunset.
Did you camp?
We camped out up on top of it's near Seals, Burbrook Naze, at the north side of Kinder, and we got the perfect sunset. And then we went to bed, got up at 12:30, lay on these rocks with a AirPod each, watching the stars because it was completely clear, pitch black. So we were watching the stars, shooting stars and satellites and all that. And then went back to bed, and we got up in the morning and watched the sunrise. And then there was a cloud inversion and everything.
Nice.
It was just like the best camp ever. That's probably my favourite camp.
That would be one of your favourites. Yeah. I think there's a sentimental value there as well.
Yeah, it was a good camp, and obviously, spend it with your daughter and stuff makes it special, doesn't it? And she loved it. She said she did. We went again after. I think that was the second camp she come on. I think I took her to Easdale Town the first time, and she enjoyed that obviously because she come back. But that was the best. I think that was the best one. I think it's on my channel. It's called Beers and Burgers Daddy Daughter Wild Camp or something like that. It's called.
We were talking about earlier about copywriting.
Yeah.
And I did a weekend in the Chilterns in Buckinghamshire, and I did the first part, or it was the second part because I broke it into 2 days. Well, we're there for 2 days, so part 2 I called it Beer Grills.
No,
and they just wouldn't push it.
Just wouldn't have it.
Yeah, they said copyright, and I thought, why?
Oh.
So.
Grow up, YouTube.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah, beer. I think mine was Beers and Burgers, Daddy Daughter Wild Camp, something like that. It was class. So you've had worst camp, best camp.
And this is probably my regular stomping ground.
Yeah. What's the best bit of kit you've ever had? I should write a list, shouldn't I? So we can ask everyone I camp with, a list.
Best.
I'll do that next time.
Just tick it off.
Best camp, worst camp. I love a tick. Best camp, worst camp, best kit, worst kit.
Best kit. Do you know what? These hiking boots here.
Oh.
Berghaus
hiking boots.
I've had these for probably 3 years now.
Nice.
And they have been everywhere. I love the UK, Madeira. In Portugal. and they dry so quick. Gore-Tex, I think I got them on a sale, 129 quid. They were 179 quid. And I've got a wide foot. My friend said you should get some Scarpas, but I just couldn't justify spending 200-300 quid. And again, going back to when you're starting out camping and hiking, and like Dave, it's a lot to lay out straight away, and it puts people off. You think, I can't afford all this.
Sometimes you look at stuff and you go, 250 quid for shoes?
Yeah.
But like...
So I bit the bullet with these and I just thought, you know what? And they've lasted. I look after them.
That's the thing, innit? I mean, I paid a lot. Well, I paid 95 quid for the Scarpa boots I bought originally, the Mavericks, which got a little tear in them. So they took them back and sent me these ones, which are the Rush. But these are like 220 quid or something.
Wow.
But obviously they still only cost me 95 quid because that's what I paid for them. But these have been brilliant. Would I have paid 200? No. I wouldn't have paid 220. I wouldn't have had it. You know what I mean? To spend that much, I think I'd be around that £100 mark, 120 quid mark for boots.
I had a rant on Instagram a couple of years ago, and it was about people constantly asking me about, you look so happy doing, your camping, and I'd love to get into it. And I said, you just do it. Just get out there and do it. It don't cost that much. Get some cheap gear, whatever. Just pick the right day. Obviously, if you're new to it, you don't want to go when it's
having the right gear for the environment in it, the conditions. So if you're going to buy cheap gear, it's going to be summer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you're going to
to test out the cheap stuff,
it's going to be summer. You're only going to be doing 2 or 3 season stuff if you buy budget gear.
But I was calling out influencers, and not
you rebel.
I know, but do you know what? I could have named him, but I didn't. I'm not that bad.
No name or shame.
And I have no problem doing it. But I just thought, no. As a rule, I thought I'll just put it out to everyone, and it was just basically how these companies they just push these gear out to these influencers, and you think you look like a twat.
Yeah.
You're showing off your shoes in silly videos that you look at me walking past doing B-rolling.
Yeah.
It's just you're trying to show the world to get into hiking with these £300 shoes. I'm not being funny, but who's got fucking £300 to spend on shoes or a jacket?
I think the first when I started hiking again on wild camping, I bought a pair of Caramore Hot Rocks for 30 quid.
Yeah,
and they were mint.
Yeah.
And they lasted me 18 months, 2 years or something, and absolutely fell to pieces. But for 30 quid, if you get 12 months out of them, you can buy a new pair of gear, can't you? You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
And they were mint. And I think I said on my video, I did a video about them when I swapped to my new ones. I said, if you're just starting out or you just want to go hiking in the summer, these are sound. They're light, they're cheap, they're water resistant. They'll do you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're going in the middle of winter, I went out in winter in them. You know what I mean? They were fine. Wore like some heavy duty socks and that, but they were all right. But what a pair of hiking boots to kick off with. And I've had Caramore pants and jackets and Caramore t-shirts and all that Sports Direct stuff. Sound? You know what I mean? You don't have to go and buy Rab pants.
I'm 4 or 5 years in and I'm still wearing Peter Storms.
Yeah. I mean, these are regatta pants.
I like regatta. I've got a lot of stuff for regatta.
And these are nice and warm. Don't get me wrong, obviously my boots are dear. My socks are 35 quid, but they were a present off someone.
Yeah.
Got a Rab jacket, that was a present off someone. My other Rab jacket was a present off someone. Do you know what I mean? These t-shirts I buy from Tesco, they're like, I think they're called like 9 degrees below or something from Tesco. They do. Yeah. Tesco do some cracking.
I think I've just picked up a pair of shorts.
Yeah, they do some cracking hiking gear.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of like sports / hiking gear, but they do short. I get all the shorts and t-shirts because they're all polyester. So they're all.
Not feel that there's that keeping up with the Joneses. There's a
yeah, I suppose, but it's if you pay down to it, isn't it?
It is.
I mean,
yep.
I wouldn't have paid. I'd have not got that brand new. I buy a lot of stuff second hand. That sleeping bag I've got, I think they're 200 quid new, and I got that for 80 quid second hand off Facebook Marketplace. But it was new, had the tags on and everything. You know what I mean? Fella said I bought it to try camping, and I just didn't do it. Yeah. So I just wanted to get rid of it. So there's deals to be had, and that is something I'm going to do. In September I'm going away, and when I get back, I'm going to try do a as cheap budget wild camping kit as I can do, and go away at the end of September with it, and then
now here's the challenge.
Give it away.
Mossy said to me prior to the hike, he was looking at the £100 mark. Drop in the comments, do you think he could do it for £50?
Ooh. So these are you've got to have a stove, a mat, a sleeping bag, a tent,
and a backpack.
So you're 5 items, aren't you?
But nothing has to be brand new.
Nothing has to be new. Nothing has to be, full season or anything. Yeah. Just wear loads of clothes.
Yeah.
I'd be like
Michelin Man.
Joey Tribbiani. I was packed full of clothes. So that's one. I want to do that video, so it'll be like a budget camping gear. How cheap can I go out wild camping?
Now, when would you do it? What time?
I'm going to do it at the end of September.
Okay.
So I reckon that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
Because it's sort of like, if you're free season, it's the third season. It's the end of.
Yeah, you're still going to get high teens.
Yeah. But it'll drop cold on a night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I reckon that'll be end of September, and I'll have to be in the tent for a while as well.
So drop in the comments, guys. Do you think you can do it for less than 100 quid? I think you can.
100 quid, I think I'll easy do it, but I'm going to do it as cheap as possible. So the tent might be questionable. The sleeping bag will be cold, I reckon.
Top it, mate.
Oh, no. No way.
No?
Nah. I'll never do that, mate.
Come on, you're tough mate. You can do
it has to be a tent. In my opinion, first time, you have to be comfortable.
Go to Argos then.
You have to have a tent. I'm not getting a pop-up one though. Okay. You know, like one of them circle ones that you bring. That's someone had one before.
That's what I was going to.
It can't be one of them pop-up ones.
I've seen them, and people just leave them behind.
Yeah. It can't be one of them.
Okay.
It has to be a proper tent. Sleeping bag. I'll just do it all second-hand, I reckon. I might just do a Facebook Marketplace one.
Or if someone can donate it to you for a £5 or whatever. But whatever.
Yeah. No, because that seems a bit cheaty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it like as cheap as I can from Facebook Marketplace, I reckon, or eBay. You know what I mean? Second hand. I might go around some charity shops.
Do you know what? And that's another thing. You could probably do a video on that. Go in, make a YouTube video if they allow you to do it.
Do you know what? I did a video walking around Decathlon.
Did you?
Just going like, oh, this looks
alright.
Like 500 and odd views it got.
Oh, nice.
And it was just me on my phone going, oh, look at these shirts. Bargain hunting in Decathlon. But people love it, don't they? That's it. We're going to do that one end of September. When I get back off my holidays in the mid-September, I'll give myself a week to put together the best budget kit I can get and go out and do it. And then when I hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll go and do the luxury one, the luxury version.
You go glamping.
I'll go Glastonbury in a bell tent for the week, £3,500. But yeah, that'll be a good one. So yeah, well, we're gonna have a few bays, set the world to rights till the sun goes down.
Again.
I've got some food. You've got a pot noodle.
I've got a pot noodle. I'm roughing it tonight. So I usually like to cook fresh food, also pasta, minced meat, all the chilies and pastas, the fresh veg. Tonight it's a pot noodle.
Pot noodle. What is it though?
Sticky rib.
Oh, that's class.
King size pot noodle.
King sticky rib.
Yeah.
I'm a king. Was it Bombay bad boy?
Do you know what? I'll take that.
Yeah, that's what I go for. Dave is a disgrace.
Go on.
I think he's like, he either goes, I think he goes like, is it beef and tomato?
It's not wrong with that.
Or chicken and mushroom, something like that. Chicken and mushroom, I think he said,
Okay.
which is appalling. And like the normal size one, which is
Oh, no.
which is just childish in my opinion.
Do you ever dunk some bread into it as well?
Sandwich is always the one.
Yeah.
You have to have a sandwich.
Yeah.
So I like a ham and cheese. Melts the cheese a bit. Might add that to the list. Might be like best camp, worst camp, best kit, worst kit. Oh, what was your worst kit?
Worst kit.
Because your best kit was your boots, wasn't it?
Yeah. Worst kit. I'll have to think about that now.
Have you ever had anything that's just kiffed it, like just failed miserably?
I'll probably a lot of stuff.
Oh, I've had every budget bed I buy just kiffs it.
What were the worst things?
Tom Fillion keeps messaging me.
Do you know what?
Why do you keep buying shit?
I've had a lot of shit off Amazon.
Yeah.
I have no luck with air mattresses.
Haha.
And I've brought it again. I keep saying in every YouTube video, I'm not going to do it because it keeps going down. I've brought it tonight. It's over a slow puncher because the ends don't pop out. So being a fatty maybe, I don't know, but we're on soft grounds, so it should hold. We'll see. But that thing just goes down. 30 quid, 35 quid, I think I pay for it. Goes down every time. Disappointed with that. And also what was I going to say? What was the worst? Another Amazon purchase. Probably the flint.
What,
The steel and flints. I spent probably best part 45 minutes trying to get a fire going.
With it, just going.
Fucking, I was there for ages. It's a good thing I smoke.
Right. So don't forget, hop over and subscribe.
Rob Hikerman.
What an apt name, Rob Hikerman. when I see
my
your
Hollywood
name, when I see your name written down, I just think of that scene in Friends.
Yeah.
When they're like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
What like? He's a Spider-Man.
Do you know there's no one in the world called Rob Hikerman?
No one else. Just
What,
you.
this guy?
Just this guy.
Yeah.
Who's got two thumbs? He's called Rob Hikerman. This guy. He's a hiker and he's a man. And his name's Rob.
Yeah.
So yeah, go over, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe here if you don't. That'd be nice. I'm trying to get to 1,500 subs this year, and I think I'm on.
What are you at, 1,100 at the moment?
It just under 1,100. So my target was to get to 1,500, and I think I started the year at 750. So it was a bit cheeky trying to double it, but I just thought.
Yeah, but once the ball's rolling, and you get those.
Do you know what I thought? Once I get over 1,000, YouTube will obviously realise that I'm a fucking sensation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they'll just push me. Do you know what I mean? But it clearly doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. They don't care.
Yeah.
So, yeah, smash subscribe because I want to get to 1,500 just because I've set a goal and I like ticking stuff off. I'm bagging subscribers now. So yeah.
And watch that budget video.
Watch that. Get in the comments and tell me where should I get this budget gear from and what budget gear should I be looking at tent wise, because I don't think I'm going to get a 30 quid Durston X mid P1 unless I sell myself the other one.
No, that
is cheating, that isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like, do you remember Champ Man when you used to go on and be another team and sell all the players to your team?
Reset the computer if you lose the game.
Yeah, that's a bit cheating. We can't Champ Man it.
No, you're going to do it properly.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there. As always, look after each other, be kind. If you're out in our beautiful national parks, leave no trace, make memories, not mess, and we'll see you in the next one.